Why are we live, you may ask? That's a great question.
Asking the same question.
Austin?
Hello there. It's really phenomenal to see myself for the first time this morning, looking like this. Yes. Dear.
Oh, Shannon's here.
We have a cheers, Shannon.
I love how my finger was blocking.
I need a clip. There we go. As of this morning, November 3rd.
Yes.
Thank you. November 3rd at 5 a.m.
5 p.m. this morning.
5 a.m. this morning. We have officially wrapped principal photography of Lingering Twilight. Congrats to the other cast and crew of our lovely feature. Thank you for joining us, for all the effort and work put in. The late nights, the laughs, the tears, the cries, all the things.
The blood.
There was some. That's our announcement. Plans, respectively. So what's the next step? That's what we keep getting asked.
Yeah. Next step really is sorting footage, going through it, making sure everything is organized and ready to go, and then we start the actual post-production stuff, like the actual editing of it.
There are 6 passes of edits. Oh, it starts with audio syncing. And then there's like color grading, rough cut,
audio revision for like audio for music.
Yep, music and sound effects editing, visual effects editing, and then the final cut and credits. 8 to 10 months, I want to say.
We'd love that.
So by next October, Lingering Twilight is, I always say that it's a crime drama.
Yeah.
That's what it's like classified under. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. You know, a lot of people say, we got something special here, We got a little juice on the tomato, as they say.
Juice on the tomato.
In the tomato. I think we really got something really nice, and that people will be pleasantly surprised with. That's what I think. That is truly the goal. Is to be like, wow, that didn't suck. That is really the only goal. Honestly, with the amount of work that we've put in,
like the hard work and dedication and time
by the cast,
everybody involved. Oh my gosh, it's just about trying to make sure that it's done right. We do justice for just the amount of work that everybody put in, because that's the whole thing. We're all sitting here going through our lives and all that we really have. We're on dead air.
It's okay. It's all right.
What I was going to say is that we put a lot of effort in, everybody involved, and it's truly been wonderful. And I can look back on it and see how much dedication and craft and concern that everyone had. I'm going to say thank you for everybody involved, to everybody involved. It was truly a wonderful pleasure to make a film with you, and I'm very grateful that you joined us on bringing our vision to life. It means the world. I'm here if there's any other questions.
Yeah, full-heartedly agree. I like what all the individual actors really brought their own unique takes.
100%.
Which was really entertaining. You have no idea how entertaining it is to watch a character that you've written on a page come brought to life, and then in a different and unique and cool way that you expected. And I really enjoyed watching that from everyone. Cool.
It was truly profound. Thank you. Such a joy. Literally, the ideas that we have for these characters, what we expect them to be, what they are on the page.
Yep.
And they're entirely, in their own ways, different than what the performance is that brings out the character.
Yeah.
And then, yet, it's entirely cohesive with what's on the page. And that is what is truly special about it.
Fascinating.
Because you realize that, this person that you had in your mind was never real. When it's infused with the lifeblood of the actor bringing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy cow.
It just takes on a whole other
character. It's like, wow.
Current and energy.
I love seeing those combinations there. It's just truly magnificent.
Yeah.
And surprising. And fun in ways that I did not expect it to be.
From every single actor. Every single actor.
Every single actor. Okay, moves this cup.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll move mine.
No, I'm so sorry.
This is, for the gag.
I'll chase you down.
So, what's next on the old agenda for you?
I'm in charge of doing the audio syncing from the boom mic to the film itself. I'm like the sound guy in post. And then Oss is the main editing supervisor, making sure everything gets placed where it should be, pacing, style, all that jazz. I got some ideas percolating about a few shorts of my own. I'm kind of going back to my original roots of the comic book and fictional world, and that's really all I'll say.
I will say that it is refreshing that you're not going to try and write a non-fiction script, so that's good on you. I support that.
I know. Thank you so much.
I hate non-fiction.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a huge history guy, I love fictional stories.
So what is the next step for Austin Hazeltine as a professional for the movie or otherwise in his personal life?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm currently on the ballot to be the next treasurer for the Village of Sterling. So if you are, this is for Shannon.
Vote now.
If you've decided to move to the Village of Sterling, welcome. I'm obviously the welcoming committee to the Village of Sterling. We're glad to have you. Frankly, this has been a long time coming. I'm hoping to move literally every single one of my friends that I've ever made in my entire life to the Village of Sterling. So that'll add the whole population up by about 4. It's really wonderful. I'm hoping that I do justice to the role, and I think this is highly unsettling that the camera is moving so much. But I'm looking forward to that. That's in January. I'm currently running unopposed, so vacation home secured. Thank you. Exactly. We really do need taxpayers like you. That property is not posted exempt. We need you. You support our schools. Thank you very much. Is that I really have a desire to try and write a couple short films, and see where that goes. See if I've got any fun ideas that just don't take as much time to make. That would be wonderful. Also, I'm kind of in that mode. I saw something the other day that Willie Nelson said that if you go to try and tap into the well and like go there to like draw some inspiration out, and you just kind of are feeling like there's nothing really there right now. Yep. You just got to get some more living in. You just got to have a few more different experiences, try something out a little bit, and that fills up your well to actually pour something out of quality sustenance for everybody else. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. So in the meantime, it's not never, it's just not now. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I have the capacity to write anything else other than Lingering Twilight. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Cheers to that, brother. Cheers to that.
The idea that I have most recently is another crime-centric story, which I'm like, I can't believe I'm just a crime writer now.
He's just like...
I'm like, the secret ingredient is crime. It's a crime movie, but, and this is the big twist, this is the big but, if you will, it's also a horror film.
Oh!
I know.
This is news to me!
It legitimately happened because I had inspiration last night. And frankly...
I was there, I don't recall.
Actually, that was the one thing that you weren't there for.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And I was like, you know what? I want to see if I can try something.
Take a crack at it.
I want to give it a little shot.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
It gave me a reverse idea because there's a lot of... At least I've noticed, I haven't seen a ton of horror films, but I've noticed that there's a common vibe, a common thread of going out to a rural area and things being scary.
Correct.
And I was like, I think that'd be kind of a cool idea if we did that in reverse.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
okay.
That's all I'll really say
Things
about
be scary, then they go in a rural area.
Yes. And they find peace and solace. Yeah. So it's a very comforting horror film. Maybe I'll just turn into a screenwriter and maybe just sell any script.
He's already the rest like
yeah, maybe I'll just sell.
What's the second one? What's the second one? I'm curious.
And the second one that I'm currently thinking about is a story set during the Civil War and the years leading up to it.
Can't break that period piece writing.
I know, unfortunately. It's a curse.
He's a history major.
But no, I've had an idea for a story for a very long time. Touches on similar themes as Lingering Twilight, shocker, kind of like a one-hit wonder. But there is a certain story that I think could be told very well, and I think it's something that, surprise, surprise, I enjoy the occasional idea of revisionist history. I think it's necessary. I think it's a good idea to critically examine what we assume to be facts about the American story, and I think it's really necessary to engage with myth-making in American history because the myth that we create and tell ourselves is as much a part of our history as the actual events. And I think there's a really powerful story to be told when we peeled back the mythology and revealed the dark underbelly of what reality was.
Like, we won't live long enough to make all of the films that we have. Like,
unless I found and I stumbled into $300,000. Unless I stumbled into probably $300 million, and then I could make literally every movie that I wanted to make. Because
honestly,
I legitimately have no idea how it takes $300 million
at FireSky Studios,
But
one thing we're really good at is stretching the budget.
Frankly, if you're looking for economical production company,
we're your guys.
if you'd like to donate any money,
there it is.
Please give money to making films.
Yeah.
We support any and all donations.
Sure. You know what I was grateful for on top of all of our cast and crew was being able to work and meet and kind of grow with everyone else on set. But
yes.
I want to say this. I was very happy to work with this guy. Genuinely.
Shocker.
Genuinely. You know what would be but we've grown a lot in the last year, professionally and personally. And
buddy.
yeah, I feel like it was 10 years.
10 years and a year.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel of retirement age.
Honestly, I was 85 when we started production.
Now we're 95.
We just established earlier this morning that I am about 95 years old now. I'm sitting here in my grandpa cardigan, drinking my fresh cup of joe.
Yeah.
And complaining about the weather, even though it's beautiful.
We learned a lot, and I'm very thankful to work with
Hell yeah.
Director and writer, producer, historian, firearm extraordinaire, such as Austin, because we think a lot alike, but also very differently, and it was really nice to have that type of connection of almost finishing each other's sentences, and especially co-writing this project together. We can envision, like we envisioned a lot of it. So, like, I could say the thing, and he'd be like, "Yep." And it was really nice. That type of collaboration is, I want to say, more rare.
I want to say rare. Yeah.
Because you see it, Tom Cruise and what's his guy?
Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I guess in this relationship, I am Christopher McQuarrie.
And I'm
honestly, I'm okay with that.
Happily Tom Cruise. They just work together and they're like synced, interlinked.
Yeah, interlinked.
There we go. All right.
No, it's a really cool thing. You know, it's. Yeah. I think you really bring up a good point where it's necessary. You can feel it sometimes when you're working on set, where it's like I can't articulate what I'm trying to just need to get out, and then it's like there's a person here who's kind of understanding the picture that I'm going for.
Yeah.
It's like that's really what you need to really get it
synchronization.
done. Yeah. It's about sharing a collective frame.
Yeah.
And trying to do that on a large scale, very difficult.
Yeah.
It was nice that we have a kind of
shorthand,
like the rapport and the shorthand that allows for like where this needs to go, this needs to get done.
Yeah, and I want to say trust. Trust is like a big deal. It's okay to put aside your own pride at times for the betterment
of the story, serving the story,
and that's what matters.
Think that's something that really came out of making this movie.
Yeah,
was I knew in the back of my mind that what the real necessary thing was finding people who care about the story.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that and I kind of knew that. But now that it's done, I would say that is the one characteristic above all else that I would look for making another film.
Yeah.
Is how dedicated are you to serving the story above all else.
Yep.
That is really what we're all here for.
Because that's what matters.
That's how I feel about it. And it's so clear. You know, I can just think back, especially like first weekend, how blown away I was to have found two people who actually seemed to care about the project in a way that was reminiscent of what we cared about.
Exactly.
And I'm like, we've been involved in this for years. You know, from our perspective, it's been years.
Yeah.
But I was blown away. I'm like, wait a second. You care about trying to make sure lighting is right, to make sure the audio is handled, and I'll say it, I think I was spoiled a little bit, especially with the first two being, Shannon and Marley.
Couldn't believe it.
Where I was like, this is
unbelievable.
Okay, this is just how it's going to be. I really came to appreciate. And I tried to articulate it a lot on set, to be grateful and show that is really what makes a movie get done. You gotta find your crew. You gotta find people who are as passionate and dedicated as you are to seeing your vision come through. And it was truly humbling, and it was a beautiful experience, and one that I'll look back fondly on for the rest of my life.
My filmmaking buddy Spencer Swenson, shout out.
He's just like, wow, you guys are going for the big one right out the gate. We're like, what
We're
the
like,
heck are you talking
the big
about?
one.
And I'm
What
like,
do you?
well, what do you mean?
It's gonna take like, I don't know, what, a couple months.
a couple months to make this. Sure, it's a big one. I guess. Yeah, no, he was right about that.
Very, very true.
Very right about that. Kind of, you know what it feels like? First semester of Glivik.
Yes,
and then
there it
every
is.
Other college class.
There it is. Like,
that's exactly what it feels like.
You put yourself through such rigorous rigmarole.
Yes.
And it's like, it prepares you so well that we are like, okay, what else can Hollywood throw at us?
Oh, horrors beyond wildest imagination. I like it a lot.
I don't know if
I'm happy that I have an orange cup. Thank you for everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody.
Absolutely.
It's truly a pleasure and an honor. And we'll see you on the other side, I guess.
We'll see you in the movies. #Tom Cruise.